안녕하세요. 자, are you okay. I'll just go over again. 안녕하세요. 자, now since you already learned vowels and consonants and how to make syllable blocks, I assume you guys can read some syllable blocks, so Korean letters now. How do you read this? Try to read this. So, okay. Han, right? Han. And 국. And this one doesn't have sound value here. 한국어. 한국어. What is 한국어? 한국어 means Korean. Korean language, actually. And can you read this first syllable? No sound value, and an, right? An. And the same one, n and yo, and sound, and g sounds, nyung, nyung. And this one, h sound, and you know this, so 안녕, ha, ha. And right? 새, no sound value, and 요. 안녕하세요. 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 So hello. Hello. And 오, 고, map sound. map, 고맙. 습, 이니다. 고맙습니다. 고맙습니다. What is that? Thank you. Thank you in Korean is 고맙습니다. So when you read Korean syllable blocks, you can just read this way. So I told you syllable initial position and syllable final position and vowel here. So you just read this way. This way or this way, something like this. 한국어 안녕하세요. 고맙습니다. Okay. Some consonants are pronounced a little tricky at the syllable final position. So today I want to talk about that. Okay. So first thing I want to talk about is this. You remember this, right? You remember this. And if we add this, how do you read? Pa, right? And this. Pa, right? When they are used in syllable final position, so let's write this way. How do you read this? No sound value, and b sound. So it is up. One rule in Korean, when you pronounce syllable final position consonant, you don't release the sound. What does that mean? I told you this can be pronounced sometimes like p sound, sometimes like a b sound. But when it is used in a syllable final position, you don't release it. So not b, p. We make distinction b or p by releasing the sound, but at the syllable final position, you just close it. Up. That's it. So it is supposed to be strong P sound. So it is supposed to be up, but we don't release the sound at the end, like up. That's it. When this syllable block is followed by another vowel like something like this, then you can pronounce this b sound at the following syllables, so ba, something like that. But when a word just ends like this, up, or when this is used in a word and anyway you just stop saying here, then it is supposed to be just up. That's it. And this one is also up, up. When it is followed by other syllable, ape, then you can pronounce it like you can release it because of this following vowel. But when it is pronounced by itself, it is supposed to just up, up, up. So they are not distinguished if you just pronounce this one syllable. So if you ask Korean person, please pronounce this and this one, same way, up and up. Does it make sense? Okay. Let me give you some other examples. Okay. What is this? Da. And this one, ta. And this one, sa, sa, cha, cha, ta, ta, sa, sa, cha, cha. So you can read them, right? Okay, let's write syllables, putting them at the syllable final position. How do you read this? Ah, and this is kind of T sound or D sound, so at, right? Ah, and this is strong T sound, at. But the principle is, in Korean, we don't release the sound at the syllable final position. So you have to read it how? At. That's it. This was at. And this is at. Same way. You just pronounce them in the same way. And what about this? Ah, and the sound value of this is something like S sound. So should we read this as? No, we don't release the sound. We just stop before we release it. So at. So consequently, we pronounce this in the same way as them. So like just at. And what about this? This is even stronger sound. So it is supposed to be as. No, we don't really release the sound. So we read it in the same way as we pronounce this first one. At. Wait a minute. At, they are same. Then how do we know which ones are which one? There's no way by just listening to the sound. If we hear certain words, then we can figure out, this is this and this is this. But just by pronunciation, we cannot distinguish them. Same. And what about this? This is j sound. So this is cha. But is this as something like that? No. We don't just stop. We don't release the sound at the syllable final position. So we read this at in the same way as this. So like this. And what about this? This was cha. Is this at? No. We don't release the sound the same. So at. So they are all pronounced in the same way at the syllable final position. It's difficult, right? Yeah. But once you get used to it, reading Korean words, then you'll be okay. Yeah, soon. Okay. So these two distinctions, b and p, they are all pronounced like just most representative sound, b. And this, all of them are just sounds like just the. And there are only three more things. how do you read this? Ka, ka, right? And what about this? Ka, ka. And what about this? Ka, ka. So let me write them at the syllable final position. How do you read this? Ak, 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 ak. What about this? Ak. We don't release the sound, we just stop there. So ak. The same way, the most representative sound is this ak, ak. And what about this? Ak. We don't release the sound, so it's the same. Ak, 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 ak. So yeah, it's simple. At the syllable final position, g, k, k, they are sound at the same way, and the t, s, ch, ch, they are all pronounced in the same way. And what about other, like, so you remember, like, the, t, those, they are, so the rest of the aspirated sound and tensed sound are not used at the syllable final position, so you don't have to worry about them. Just, these, and you will see them in the actual sentences. So just remember there is certain rule, and I will remind you of those rules, as you read the textbook in the lessons. Okay, 감사합니다.